Howdy, y'all, and welcome back to Cup of Cheer on this, the first Sunday of Advent and the first evening of Hanukkah. I find it really sweet that they would both actually happen on the same day this year, which is not all that common. So I wanted to take a little time and talk about why this is so sweet in my heart. So here we go. In most Christian churches, Advent Sundays fall between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and each week the sermons, the songs, and the meditations revolve around a certain theme. In our church this Sunday, the theme was hope, as it says on the base here. I find it really poignant and beautiful that our church this week's theme was hope on the same night that Hanukkah begins, which is about hope and trust in God. Now, mind you, I didn't grow up in a Jewish home, so I cannot go into the whole history and background because I don't feel like I am knowledgeable enough to present a really good video about that. However, I did grow up with a healthy respect and love for Hanukkah and my Jewish friends. And I love that Hanukkah represents this time of hopefulness and trust that God will provide for that time. They didn't know how long their oil would last, but they had to trust and hope and believe that God would provide that miracle for them. In the Christian church, what we are celebrating at Christmas is this long-awaited expectation and hope of the Messiah coming and Him bringing our salvation and ending suffering and strife. Most of the time when I think about Advent and this time and journeying into celebrating Christ's coming, I think of it more like in the eyes of a child waiting for Santa Claus. This beautiful thrill and joy, and this feeling like you can hardly wait to open your presents on Christmas morning because you know that it's going to be awesome. But this year has been particularly difficult the last few months, and I will admit that hope has been a hard word for me to cling to, though it's one of my favorite words, ironically. And just this last week, I happened to find this magazine. I'm not endorsing it, but in case you're wanting to find it, it is Dayspring's Everyday Faith. I just happened to run across it at a local store. And I was reading one of the articles by a lady named Sherry Gregg. This one small paragraph stood out to me. I felt Advent, the season of waiting, down deep in my soul. Christmas is about celebration, but Advent is about giving space for the hard places in which we still wait for deliverance. And I found it so beautiful because, yes, sometimes waiting is this beautiful kind of waiting where it's like we can hardly wait to open our presents of whatever it is that God has in store for us. And other times it feels like the waiting will never end. And it's so hard to hold on to that hope. But that hope is still there. I love that our church actually brought up the song that says within it, "A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices." I don't know if you are like me and you're weary right now, but I pray and I hope that even though this world doesn't feel like it holds a lot of hope for us, that we can trust God in His hope, that you can find your trust in His hope. I do hope, I know I'm using that word a lot in this video, but I do hope that you and yours have a very Merry Christmas and a very joyous and blessed Hanukkah and a cup of good cheer. From me and mine to you and yours. God bless y'all. Ciao for now. Bye.